Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, y'all. My name is Danielle, and this is my spiritual journey. Okay, so let me know in the comment section, like, how did the tarot reading work out for y'all? Even if you stayed in, because I am aware that this weekend was kind of cold for some people. But if you stayed in, it still applied to you. The reading did. Like you could look at the spiritual meaning around a lot of things, like the TV shows that we look at a lot of times the things in your life mirror what is actually going on with you. But again, if you had your spiritual senses and eyes and things on, then you could see, oh my goodness, this is how it mirrors what I'm going through, or this is how it mirrors what I'm looking for, things like that. Anyway, I'll put it in the comment section. So today I want to talk to you about numerology. Crystals, as we know, they have a certain frequency, vibration. Numbers do the same thing. And so numbers are everywhere. If you get deeper into numerology, the name that you have carries a certain number, right? The address of where you live carries a certain number. I have heard where some people, their home, they will go look for places to stay. And if that number doesn't equal a number that they're trying to call in or live in that frequency, they will not go look at that place. Like numerology goes deep, y'all. But we're just going to start with some of the basic meanings behind the numbers, right? And not go into the part about adding the letters together. Each letter has a number that is associated with it. And then you can add those together. If you get to something that's like 30, 3, 0, then of course 3 plus 0 is 3. So 30 is actually going to be the vibrational match for a number 3. So anyway, let's get into numbers we're going to do 1 through 4 or 1 through 5. Let's see. Okay, so number one. Number one is all about, think about it. So I'm gonna try not to rush through, but if you think about one, imagine yourself as one person, right? You are going to be someone who's standing out. You're a leader, you are a pioneer, um, you are doing something that's like a new beginning. Like all of these things are the number one, right? You're solo, you're by yourself. But when we are by ourselves, we get to learn a lot about ourselves as well, right? Versus when you're in a crowd. So when you're by yourself, you get to learn a lot about yourself. You do get to go on a lot of new beginnings, which could easily be exploring who you are, what you like, what you don't like, all those things, right? Number two, think of two people. Two people is going to be partnership. It doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic partnership, but it's partnership. It's also balancing things out, because if you have if you have where you are in a partnership, then things are probably balancing out. It can also be like duality, where it is physical and spiritual, emotional and spiritual, all the different things, emotional and intuition, all the different things. And so that's two, right? And then when we get to three, three is like communication. It is creating things, being I said communication, but like social, like because when it's just two of y'all, it's cool. But then when it's three of y'all, it's like, okay, let's go do something. You're doing something, collaborating, networking, right? So those are three, right? Four is the way that I have four in my head is I stop thinking about people, and I actually think of a chair, right? So when you think of a chair has four legs. Four legs is a foundation, right? It's stability, right? So those are the things that I think of when I think of the number four. Um, let's go to number five as well. Five is going to be, excuse me, five is going to be more like your adventure. Um, let's see, change. We are, let's see, freedom. It's going to be where, let's say that our lower numbers, 1 through 4-ish, thisness is all about your person. Your you're focused more on you, right? It's more about you, how you interact with people and things like that. Once you start getting to the higher numbers, it is a layering thing. Like we're going to get to things like wisdom, but without the lower numbers and you knowing about yourself, how would you know how to apply that wisdom? How would you know that you have wisdom? Like all those things. And so it's going to be number five is going to be think of like that changing, right? Just because again, six is something later, but six is going to be a completely different aspect. You're going to go look into like family and things like that. So let's stop one through four and one through five. And five is going to be all about change, adventure, freedom, curiosity, like what happens if I go out and explore? What happens if I do this? How do I feel by myself? Because number one, you are by yourself. I don't know that in my head in the situation, one is by themselves. They have no choice but to be by themselves. It can be a season where you have to be by yourself. But then let's flip to five, and that's freedom. And that freedom is I choose to be by myself. Does that make sense? Five can be let me go out and see how this is because I choose to do it and I want to see what things I can get into. Whereas number one may be more like, I feel like I need to do this. Whereas number five is, I want to do this. Your curiosity is, I want to do this. Like there's a fine line almost with them between one and five, but they are very close to each other in my head about how they can overlap some things. So let's go through the numbers again. So number one, you're out there by yourself. You're a leader. You are independent. You definitely have to have confidence to be out there doing things by yourself. It's a thing of new beginnings. And again, that takes confidence because a lot of people don't like change, which is number five. But it takes confidence to do those things. Let's see, you are embracing yourself as an individual, right? So, and again, a pioneer type things, like you're doing things as a one, right? Number two is going to be about, balance, relationships, cooperation, and um, let's just say like harmony type things, right? Three, we're going to get to three, and it's going to be like our creativity, our expression, our community, community as in collaboration, networking, communication, things like that. Four is going to be that chair. Again, remember, a chair is a foundation. Hopefully, when you sit in a chair, it is stable. So it gives you the stability. It's also order. Um, Five is going to be our adventure, our freedom, our change, our curiosity, things like that. So hopefully, this is making sense to you. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I'm going to take it slow in case you actually want to memorize them because I know what happens is we listen to it, it kind of goes in and then goes out, and then the information that we have builds on. But because we don't have the first part, then it's like, wait, but what? So hopefully that makes sense. And I gave it to you in a way that you can remember it. Again, one, you're by yourself, you're doing that thing, that hopefully that is going to be something that helps you to remember it and help it to stick. And when I was actually learning numerology, I took it slow as well and did it, a little bit here and then came back and added to it and then tested myself on the whole thing to make sure. And so when I see some things and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, four, like I said, four is a chair, four legs, stability, foundation. I'm hoping this thing is going to work, type thing. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to let me know about the tarot reading. If you looked at the tarot reading video, if you are interested in more tarot readings, let me know that as well. And if there's any topic that you are interested in, let me know that as well. So we're starting with numerology, which is here. This is going to be this part and the next part. I'm not sure if I'm going to go into master numbers with numerology. I may not. But that's going to be the numerology. And then I want to start bringing in like a little bit of astrology. So if you have um, your sign or a sign of someone else that you're interested in, or you want to know more about them and their personality, I will be doing a brief on astrology as well. So going to be kind of like layering things on, but every video will add to the other video. For example, if you are into tarot, then you would know, if you're seeing a number one, then number one is about new beginnings, independence, leadership, things like that is what that would also do for you when you are reading on that. The other thing is that the energy is building. So as the numbers get higher, the energy is building. It's not to say that the lower numbers, one through say four-ish, it's not to say that the lower numbers are insignificant, but they are important. When you are thinking of stair steps, you can get to the 10th stair, but the 10th stair means nothing if you don't have steps one through four. Like, how are you going to get up there, And so all the numbers are definitely something that you need to grow. So again, just think about that. Think about it as a whole, because again, there are some people who are just like, well, I don't need this number right here in my life, but it could be something that you have to learn in this lifetime. And so that could be why, you are associated with that number or why you are placed in that number. So just think about it, guys. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, leave it in the comment section. Until next time, I will chat with y'all later. You have a great start to your week, and bye, y'all.